What could go wrong? So I think the trick with this guy thing... I think this guy might have a weird trick where I think he might be blind. Which means you might be able to manipulate him to not being able to tell where you are and where to attack you. I might want to wear, if I'm not wearing it already, flame resist. Let's put on... Thief's Ring? That might actually affect things for me. We'll see. That was a hell of a contortion. Wait, he's attacking like nothing right now, isn't he? Gonna be like a shockwave? Oh, that's what it is. Oop. Oop, he's having trouble. I don't know if he realizes how much taller he is than me, because he looks like he's swinging at somebody that's way taller. Got health for days, though. Okay. Oh no, he lost me again, didn't he? You gonna stab the floor again? More grass. Ooh. Oh, wait, was that like a shockwave? Or was that just like a... Oh, that's just the animation he always does. Okay, get out. Don't stand in front of him. Ah, okay. Stay behind him. It's like one of those silly things where somebody is like... It's like the thing where you stand behind someone and you just keep leaning away from the way they're turning to try to stay behind them. Uh-oh. Oh, we turn around. I kind of feel bad. He didn't hit me a single time. The demon was destroyed. You shall obtain the demon soul and a power that something something. Huh. What a weird encounter. It's interesting. It's one of those things that they're known for doing sometimes, where they just have like a fight that's more for storytelling purposes than for outright boss fight purposes. It's like, oh, you're fighting a monster he's just blind. Oh, hey, look, these guys are in his chamber. He's just blind and he can't see you, and so you need, like, if you make sounds, he'll attack you, presumably. I think the thief ring might have helped, but I'm not really even sure. I'm not entirely sure. I might have imagined that that is a thing that helps. The hero demon soul. I'd read his soul description, but they never have actual boss descriptions in this game so much. It's pretty much just the name, and that's it. $64,000 souls, and I can get more. No. Thanks for adding that pop-up that says, "Are you sure?" That was a mistake.
Thank goodness you are safe. I was worried sick about you.
Deposit. That one. There we go. That's how it goes. Let's get rid of all my suckstone. A sock. That is too many lotuses. There we go. That's a billion spice I'm not going to use. At this point, it seems like I'm clearly not going to be using magic. Having that stuff take up weight is kind of pointless. I also just don't ever end up using stuff like soul remains. Even if I should. I want to reduce my sticky white stuff stack just for my own uses. Get rid of dagger. Hiltless. A hiltless Uchikatana. It has a blade that seems faintly wet. It was forged by a famous swordsmith in a distant country. But since the wielder must grip the blade, it's extremely difficult to handle, causing damage to the wielder. Yeah, screw that. Think I'm gonna use a weapon that hurts me? No thank you. No thank you, I say. And the same goes to the second gas resistance and second poison resistance rings to go with my second fire resistance rings, because I'm just all about the dupe items now, apparently.
Sometimes I stop and wonder how I ended up in the Nexus in the first place. Why didn't I protect my wife and daughter, even if it meant being slain by the demons? Please forgive me. I am over it now. We are indebted to you, for you fight on our behalf.
Thou seekest then I keep the candles lit and serve the brave demon slayers who are trapped here. Soul of the mind, key to life's
Wow.
ether.
I might get like 6 levels.
Withdrawn from its vessel.
That's the equip burden one. Let's get a couple levels of that. 25 of that. Alright, it's 25 everything now. Jeez. Not a bad place to be in. Get a little more attack power.
Art thou done? May thine strength help the world be mended.
So you don't know what happened to the guy that died over there, right?
Well, we've been long acquainted, so I'm willing to part with...
You're not even acknowledging the fact that he tried to murder me last time.
Yeah, no, I'm completely free from... Aren't you?
Yeah, he just nothing... Not even acknowledging here about how I let him live or anything.
Well,
What a prick. Any update on these guys? You find... Ah, that's an update, isn't it? Prayer altar.
You have rescued the Honorable One. I express my deepest gratitude. You have relieved me of a great onus. Oh, thank God. I'm better.
And every time they kind of almost mention Umbasa, they're like, oh my god, this thing's connected to Demon Souls in every future game. Because it became like a keyword. And people can't, now that can be an Easter egg anymore, so whenever somebody says Umbasa as a little Easter egg, it's always like, oh, the Vativiches of the world have to point out how all the lore is connected, and it's like, oh, god damn it.
Thanks to you, I was able to seek refuge in this nexus. Now I stay here and pray, along with my disciples, for the heroes facing the demons. If you wish for benevolent protection in your fight against the demons, then bring me demon souls. I will cleanse them and perform a miracle with their power.
Heal, antidote, cure, regeneration, recovers health a little bit at a time. Costs you more than half of my current MP. Great. I could get 2 heals off otherwise, once per during levels. Not the worst idea ever. Second chance. Yeah, that one makes so that if you die, you don't actually die all the way, which is not the worst thing to have access to. I think it might have a timer on it, though. I don't remember. Evacuate sends you back to the Nexus. Costs 20,000 souls. Jeez.
Ah, Astraea of the Valley of Defilement? I'm not sure, but Saint Astraea of the West was accompanied by the knight Garl Vinland. She would never turn to evil with that upstanding knight to guide her. Surely it is mere slander. Sadly, the weak are prone to such backstabbing. Vito, the Moonlight Knight, Risaya of Istarel, and Selan Vinland. Many honorable knights have ventured into Boletaria in search of the Valley of Defilement. The vicious rumors about Astraea offend our most basic sense of respect for God's name. However, none of these great knights has made it back. Could it be that the wretched valley is so infested with grime that even our Lord's voice does not resonate there? Or perhaps it is the fate of those left behind by God.
Boy, is it a good thing I unequipped my weapon and shield in some of these situations, because I just accidentally bumped R1 against the table.
If you truly are a disciple, then you must have a talisman in God's image. Heavenly miracles occur in Boletaria through the talismans. God has granted this accursed land with a special power. It is God's way of telling us we must stand up to the demons. After the dark arts spread across the land, holy miracles were witnessed once again. The will of God is clear. We must defeat the demons, annul the curse of Boletaria, and purge the evil magicians who manipulate those accursed souls. As you know, souls are a source of evil power emanating from the demons. King Alant was overcome by a lust for such power, and has placed Boletaria in her present predicament. Old Frake and the Candle Maiden are no exception. We must defeat the demons, annul the curse of Boletaria, and purge the evil magicians who manipulate those accursed souls. Old Frake and the Candle... Yes, I see. I certainly cannot force you to do anything. But you must remember this. A demon soul is a source of evil power.
It's actually tempting to just consume all of the boss souls just for more souls. Just so I can be like, yes, more. Ridiculous overpoweredness of my character level, basically. For me, it's like, I can't help but think like, oh, that's the smart thing to do for this particular playthrough, because there's a decent chance I might just stick with this weapon for the rest of the playthrough, at which point it's kind of pointless to even have other options. The issue is that,
It's something with yours.
there we go. The issue is just the fact that, like, I don't have anything. Shit. The drops are weird because there's such a weird variety of items that it's like, you really just won't naturally get the items for them. For me, the issue is, like, even in this playthrough, I'm just gonna run around with a bastard sword all playthrough, maybe, and just not use anything else. Like, the boss souls aren't useful to me, but I like to keep my future options open, because you never know when I might just come back to this game, and instead of making a new character, make a new game, go into New Game Plus, and like be like, let's play through New Game Plus with this character, and then I'm like, oh cool, it's got all the boss souls just sitting there in case I want to make a weapon out of that one, or use that spell. So I'm so afraid of losing those options that I've pretty much, I don't think I've ever used the boss souls in any playthrough, period, I think. Rolling the dice. I threw that away. I'm having troubles rolling it on this surface, so I threw it way too hard and it flew across the room. Let's try it again. That's a 2. Why do you do this to me? Why? No. I have 100 souls right now. Let's not risk using these guys. I have some decent big ol' souls I could use right now, but I'll stack those with my reward for finishing this next thing and see if I can make that worthwhile. Not looking forward to this. It's one of the coolest parts of the game in concept, and it's also one of the coolest parts of the intro cinematic, because we're gonna fight a very cool predominant creature from the intro cinematic. We're also gonna defeat we're gonna be defeating an archdemon, which means that I'll now be able to play Boletarian Palace Part 3 and 4 if we roll a 1 from here on out. But it's just not a fun encounter. Alright. Archstone of the Demon Flamelurker. Since ancient times, a fire demon has been sealed in an underground temple filled with dragon bones. Deeper still lies an even larger dragon skeleton. This encounter is such a cool idea. And it should be fun and epic and interesting, but it's mostly just really infuriating and not fun. And it doesn't work for me at all. Ugh. It's a bummer, because it's such a pivotal moment in the game. It's like it's a super mandatory thing of like, this unlocks your ability to finish Chapter 1. Because World 1, you get cut off by a weird barrier that's like, no, you can't do this until an arbitrary thing happens. In this case, defeating an archdemon. Much like how in Dark Souls 2, there's 4 golden... Dark Souls 1, there's 4 golden passages you can't get past until you place the Lord Vessel. We've got this going on here too, and it's just as odd as it was then. Oh man, that's a heavy echo, isn't it? Cool hallway. Yep, that's a sound. Oh. Hey, Dragon God. Yeah, it's like, he can't reach me, can he? Wow. Go, 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 go. It's like a weird attempt at line of sight stealth, kind of, but half the time running through it is honestly safer than anything else, and it's weird. Okay, put that in there. I think I'm safe for a moment. I should really be wearing the flame resistance ring. There we go. Although, I don't know, maybe the thief ring helps too. Maybe. He's like, fuck that siege weapon. Why is my lair in this weird place where a bunch of siege weapons are conveniently pointing at me? Whose idea was this? Alright, so that's the easy part. Oh, this part is not a great time. So, if I remember correctly, yeah, he has yellow eyes, which means he can't see you. I think he gets red eyes when he starts detecting you. You can hide behind these pillars, kind of. And if you hide successfully, then he won't see you and attack you. But if he sees you and attacks you, he pummels the crap out of you. And on top of that, you have to beat your way past these barriers that are blocking your progress. And here I think he starts using fire. Look back over there. Oh god, there's so many on this side. I don't remember that. I like his second, he has a creepy like xenomorph second jaw that vibrates when he roars, which they show really well in the intro cutscene. Or the start menu cutscene. You can't see me. Right? Right? Fuck. He's really interested in looking over here, so I don't know how the hell you don't get seen by him here. Fuck me. Fuck! Heal. Oh my god. Fuck me. Why are you here? Why are you here? That's just weird. I might have to look up online to see if there's like a video, like a proper, like perfect stealth run of that last part in particular. Because I'm like, can you make it? I'm serious. Like, can you make it? I'm not even sure if it's possible. Because there's no cover anywhere, and he seems to always be looking in that direction. So I don't know what they expect from you at that point. Master's Ring. Look at that special looking sword. So based on that, yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know what they expect of you at that part. So really, it's one of the biggest reasons in the entire game to where, not only to have a flame resistor ring, but also to have a very large health bar, is that like how you need to be able to survive the Dragon God attack in this part, where it seems kind of hard to get through without getting flamed. Howdy. Is there a lizard around here? Did I imagine that? Or did I scare him away already, maybe? I think just his breath is dangerous right now. What a cool dragon idea. It's a weird trend throughout Dark Souls to have like a lot of the dragons are often not the best encounters to begin with, but whenever there's a lava heavy zone or a dude sticking out of lava, that's usually when you hit like what are usually like one of the weaker ideas, one of the weaker bosses in the game. They're often cool ideas. But like, look at how much this zone looks like Lost Izalith, which is known as being the shittiest part of Dark Souls, interestingly. And even he has like weird, he almost has a few similarities with Ceaseless Discharge, which is a bizarre boss fight in Dark Souls. There we go. Pure Dragonstone.
You've obtained the soul of an archdemon. The thick colorless fog shall oppress you no more. Yeah.
And it should be pure white around here by now, right? Surely? Think. I don't know, I might have died a few times while being in human form, and it might have led to some bad news. I also don't know if do you have to check back later or something? I believe the debris can go away. But I don't know if I might have to reload the zone or something. That's fine. Hit. So we have defeated an archdemon, which means that I can now finish World 1 if we roll 1. But now, add 2 to the list along with 4 of numbers we ignore when I roll them because we're done. That's the end of Stonefang Tunnel. It's basically the 2 zones and then a third boss fight. You'll start noticing that trend here on out if you haven't played this game before, is that a lot of the game's zones will be like play through a zone ending with a boss fight, then another zone ending with a boss fight, and then after 2 or 3 zones that end with boss fights, then there's just a final bonus boss fight that doesn't have like a zone preceding it, and that's how it tends to go. Look at all the soul I've got. Look at all the soul I've got. Uh-oh. No. It skipped up after I clicked on it. Terrifying. 52,000. Even more levels now. Thou seeketh soul power, dost thou not? 30 strength. And that was pretty much exactly what I had available to me. Alright. I'm hyping up our damage output a little bit more. Alright, let's double check to see if anything changed due to world tendency. Come on. Be clear. Ah, oh. Oh, there's a lizard. Oh, there's a little poopy lizard. Come here. There we go. Hard stone, nice. Whoa, the dragon bone smasher. How absurd does that sound as a weapon? That's great. We kind of ran through here, didn't we? No, this is the main doorway, isn't it? Yeah. The Dragon Bone Smasher, 200 damage starting. So it already has more damage than my current weapon. Although this one has plus 69. But this one has plus 161? It's a 30 strength weapon. I mean, I can actually equip it now? It's gotta make me too fat, right? 52 out of 81, yeah. But it packs a punch. God damn. 330 damage. Gotta be an ultra greatsword, right? A bladeless, thick mass of iron used for smashing. Fitting. Yeah. The ancient excavators of Stonefang are said to have created it to face dragons. It is imbued with a spell to protect the wielder from fire. Well, what a great thing to get after this fight. I guess if it was already pure white, maybe you could have grabbed it in advance. I've never seen that happen before, though, it being pure white here. Because of its immense weight, blacksmiths joke that it can be scarcely called a sword. That's not even a joke, honestly. It's just genuinely true. Not only does it have way higher base damage than my current heavily upgraded weapon, but it also already has a scaling of B. So it's just massive scaling. What? Oh, did I do a shove? That's bizarre. Can it even combo? It really can't. It's just a single swipe, and then that's it. Yeah. But if I two-hand it... Blarg. Whoa. Does he attack behind him? He does attack behind him if you swing twice. That's important to remember. Ultra Great Sword Smash. What an absurd weapon. Alright. Oh, there's a follow-up attack. Look at that. He does a ground stab if you actually have enough stamina at the time. You can do a secondary follow-up attack where he stabs the ground and then it's like he's pulling the sword back out as if he's repeating the action of retrieving the sword in the first place, which is neat. The removing you doesn't help me, does it? Or, yeah, it's still 49 out of 80, which means I would need 100 equip burden. If you want to not fat roll, then you've got to freaking max that thing out. I need 20 more. Jeez. Although it might be fun just to tool around with this weapon, even though it's like the worst idea. Look at it. Look at this dumb weapon. Yeah. Man, this is a hard screen to read. It'd be nice to have like a meter or something. Like, I guess Stonefang Tunnel's currently pure white, whereas Tora Lature is just white. And so since it's not full white, I think that's why there's still debris here. And so this guy can't get freed, I don't think. So I think the door for freeing him is past here, I think. Yeah. So I can't let him out still, unfortunately. Oh well.